Could these be the bastard's tracks? Ha! I was right. He was here. First he ate my rabbit, and then he threw my dagger into the tree. He seems to be mocking me. He must have rested here, with the rabbit I caught. A lonely piece of rock, like so many others here. At last. It's stuck in the web. What a pathetic trap. Now the staff, quick.
Ah, Princess. I just braced myself for the next 1,000 years.
There's no time for that. Which way did he go?
Back there? Over the tree trunk.
Good. It's not following us. We're safe. So, do you trust me now?
You only saved me, so I can tell you where your treacherous guide fled to.
Then stop doubting me and start trusting me.
I'll only trust you when you tell me what you're planning to do with me.
Nothing. I'm not planning to do anything with you. It's entirely up to you whether you help me or not.
I don't believe you.
I'm going into battle, a war for which no one can predict the outcome. I'm following a path that cannot be planned. I take what I can get, and like a rope artist, I weave a safety net from it. I'll only know that when the time comes. All I can do is fall.
Why do I have the feeling this can't possibly end well?
Trust me, I've taken more precautions than you know. What happened here? Looks like a battle took place. I mustn't lose sight of my goal. There are still a few pelts lying in the tent. They left everything behind in a hurry. Finally, the first stage of the journey is finished. But I'll never make it up there without a guide.
I thought you were prepared, mistress.
There are people by the waterfall, and at least one of them looks awfully familiar. Draconia lies somewhere behind these mountains.
Byrondra. I think his blade was poisoned. If only you had used a sword and not that cursed bow.
Stay calm. If you get upset, the poison will spread through your veins even faster.
Are you sure no one followed us? When a Fakina jumps out of the bushes, the rest of the tribe can't be far behind.
Don't worry. He has no hair. He's an outcast, dishonored, a coward who poisons his enemies. I'll make him pay for this.
Those are Rondra Amazons. I heard their fortress was west of here. But what are they doing so far out this way?
Don't worry about it and get out of here!
No, I need that bastard. Only he knows the way to Draconia. May the gods be with you. I see you've captured a Fakina.
Who are you?
My name is Sadja. The Fakina was supposed to guide me through the Rashtulian wall before he knocked me down and robbed me. Thanks for catching him for me.
Don't listen to her. Can't you see the darkness in her eyes?
I have the situation in hand, Mother Lioness. You were careless to trust such a man. A fakina without hair is a fakina without honor. A man without honor is a man without love for the gods and without pride, and therefore capable of anything. Where was he supposed to guide you?
I'm going to Draconia.
To the Council of the Elements? Why?
I want to join the Holy Army there and fight the battle in the Gorian desert.
Then we have the same destination. Not Draconia, but the war.
Shoot her. She is evil.
You're speaking in delirium. Please calm yourself.
Is there any news from the battlefield?
The troops from Zorgan are on their way to Angkopal, ready to attack the center of evil. They're only waiting for reinforcements, which are currently camped outside Draconia. Meanwhile, the hordes of darkness are gathering in the Gorian desert. A glorious battle lays before us.
You're very young for a warrior.
When fate overtakes us, we can't wait. We must act as we are commanded. That can be difficult for outsiders to understand.
Believe me, I understand.
A few moons ago, our highest lioness had a vision from our goddess Rondra, a burning red lioness, the symbol of our goddess. 20 ears of grain, only half of them ripe. They stand for me and my sisters, and the statue of a mighty female warrior, embraced by a demonic creature. It's been long since we've had such a clear sign. When the lioness speaks, we obey.
What's wrong with your companion?
We were at our camp below the fog. When the fakina surprised us, he slew my sister's horse and poisoned my sister with his dagger. We took him prisoner and withdrew here to avoid further attacks from his people. Fortunately, the poison is harmless, but induces fever, dreams, and drowsiness.
Why don't you let the fakina go?
Never. He's too dangerous. It would take a divine miracle for me to let a cowardly murderer like him go free.
I'm going to take a look around.
Yes, but don't approach the prisoner, or else you'll feel an arrow in your hand faster than you'd like.
You're so nice to her.
She's just like me. It won't be easy to coax her into giving me Rahwan.
Unless...
Will you help now after all?
I might have an idea, but I'll need his necklace for it.
What are you planning?
Bring me the necklace, and I'll tell you. Thanks. Perhaps you remember the vision I sent you in the burial chamber as an explanation for the blood ritual.
You mean the image of my bleeding hand, the smouldering incense bowl, and you?
Correct. Well, you can't talk to the prisoner since the girl would get suspicious. But you could send him a vision and ask him to get on good terms with her.
And how?
With the spell of vision sending, which I now place in your hands. Cast it on the necklace in your bag, and I'll explain the rest. The spell works only on someone you have a personal item from, and you can only send visions of things which are nearby by using 3 visions only. You can tell the prisoner that he should get on the good side of the Amazon.
Using 3 visions only?
Yes. Direct his attention to his tormentor, then to him, and finally to a symbol for friendship and sociability. He will, without fail, associate these 3 things with one another. He can't defend himself against it. The order of the visions does not matter.
Aligluk Zulosha Sasha.
Shut up!
It didn't work.
Wait for it.
Jul Asasha.
Please do me a favor. Take this piece of cloth from my cloak and gag the Fakina. No daughter of Rondra deserves such abuse.
What is it?
I had a vision from my goddess. She instructed me to pluck the prisoner from the tree like an apple. I must follow her command. But I need your help.
What should I do?
I fear for my sister should I let him go here. Take my horse, which you'll find behind the waterfall, and carry the prisoner up the hill. Once you're far enough away, let him go and send the horse back to me.
You can count on me.
Thank you.
Right. There we are. I'll let you go. And in return, you must keep your promise and guide me to Draconia. Agreed?
Agreed.
Then hold still, so I can free you from your bonds.
Do you really want to do that? He already betrayed you once.
Don't worry. I know what I'm doing.
He almost killed you! Didn't you say you knew what you were doing?
Yes. I fell, and you caught me. I just didn't know how you would do it. So you can transform flesh into stone.
It looks like it. Yes?
I thank you.
My hands!
And now to you. You know, I actually pitied you, the outcast Fakina, whose own people no longer want him, who had to subjugate himself to the laws of the city and sold his honor just to survive. But the moment you hit me over the head with that bone, you lost all my mercy. I'm ordering you one last time to take me to Draconia. You'll feed me when I tell you, and you'll guard me when I sleep. Once I have arrived there safely, with the mask, only then will I restore your hands.
My hands!
That's right, you bastard. And if you don't obey me, I'll transform the rest of you as well.
My hands! They're stone!
Ah, very good. You're awake.
You? What are you doing here? Where's the demon?
Actually, I just came to fetch a few items, but I saw the two of you lying here, and I thought I'd build a fire. One chills so easily around here. Your haunted look tells me that you also have the dreams now, yes? By Rashtul's Kells, what a mess. Have you succeeded in solving the riddle in the meantime?
Yeah, I also dreamed of Sadja.
Believe me, I did not want that. I'm sorry, but it is not too late. Forget everything you have seen, just as you would forget every other nightly dream.
Why? What's so dangerous about it?
Oh, Sadya's story itself is harmless. It's only the end which you must guard against. One who carelessly tackles the end is dealing with forces which were better left undisturbed.
I don't understand a word.
And it should remain that way.
The demon is Sadja's magic staff, right? Or someone who has it, and thus also has its power to petrify people.
Ah, then that was the scene in the Rashtulian wall which you just saw. Unsettling, isn't it? That poor girl, all alone in the wilderness.
Don't try to dodge the subject.
Gorian, who or what has caused this calamity doesn't matter. Just solve my riddle, and everything will be as it was.
How did the riddle go again?
As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone. Enter if to you the answer is known. If not, then forever your life I'll own. All we need is the answer, right?
The stone is no mere rock. It's Sadya's ruby. She's a descendant of the Mogul, and the ruby is an heirloom. She was planning to use it in some way.
An interesting idea, but it doesn't explain much. Well, as I see it, we haven't really come any further.
Not if you leave me groping around in the dark.
Gorian, I'm just a simple merchant. I'm also your friend. If there's something I'm keeping from you, then I'm only doing it to protect you.
I didn't ask for your protection. I want answers.
The answers you seek are dangerous, Gorian. I'm warning you. Ignore the dream, stay away from Draconia, and beware the Garden of Oblivion. If you leave the gate to Draconia sealed, the visions will disappear on their own, and nothing bad will happen to you or your friend. But if you pursue this path, and make only one single mistake at the end, then a fate worse than death awaits you. On the other hand, if you just solve my riddle, then everything will be fine. Why don't you take care of her?
Brider, get up. We've got him.
What happened? What kind of dream was that? And by the gods, who made a fire here in the middle of the crime scene?
That was him. Blast! Where did he go?
Oh, my head.
Brider, what do you know about a place called Draconia?
It's an ancient fortress in the Rastulian Wall. Built by dragons. Alric Bodiak's speciality. Why?
Because I'm tired of these games, and because I think we'll find our answers there.
You're not a simple would-be hero, are you?
No, let's go home. I'll tell you everything on the way. What a night. I can hardly keep my eyes open. How's your wing?
Better.
Good. Then let's try again. Do you remember... Before we reached Enqui, we went rowing on the Svelte, past fields and windmills.
There were lots of cows.
And the sunrise. Do you remember that?
Yes, behind the mills.
And do you also remember... Do you remember that dwarf in the Tash Mountains?
The one with the blue beard? He was funny.
And the knight Bogomil Rathling?
The two of them were always arguing.
And the grouchy fisherman? And Isida, the gypsy?
I liked Isida.
And now think about... Isn't it a wonderful feeling to have defeated the seer and finally be free?
What was so bad about him? I liked him. He had such a funny beard.
You're mixing everything up. He didn't have anything like a beard.
Yes, you did that well.
We were quite an heroic couple. We defied the greatest dangers and saved Andergast. Just you and me.
And the raven. We were the best.
You did it! You can fly again.
Yes.
What is it?
I forgot what happened to the raven.
Oh, Nuri.
I want to leave it all behind me and start over. I want to fly across the ocean.
Chin up. We'll get through this. Brider and I want to find out what Faye's hiding from us. And once we know that, we'll finally be able to solve the riddle.
Is this still about the story of that princess? That was all such a long time ago. What about now?
Nuri, I have to know Sadya's whole story. And for that, I have to talk to Master Bodiak. He's the only one who can tell us what Draconia has to do with all this. Only once I understand it all will the two of us be all right again. And we can finally forget all the terrible things forever. I don't see Ulrich at his window. I hope he's here.
Ugh, yeah.
Brida? What are you doing in there?
Detention. Absence without leave. Scrubbing latrines.
Have you talked to the master about Draconia?
No, and he isn't here either.
Where is he?
He lives on the edge of the clothmaker's quarter. From the harbour, go up the hill. His house is right on the corner by the wall.
I don't believe my ears. Did you just tell this man where Master Bodiak lives? We expect much more out of you, Brida. Stop disappointing us.
She didn't do anything wrong. It was my fault.
And you, birdcatcher, leave the court immediately.
I'm sorry. If Brida's description is correct, this is the master's house. Master Bodiak, are you home? It's locked. Blasted crows. Haven't you caused enough trouble? Shoo! Go away!
Hey, those are my friends.
Nuri? I'm sorry, I didn't see you there.
What did they ever do to you?
Don't you remember all the misery they caused?
Of course I remember. But you have to be able to forget, too. What do you want?
You really shouldn't hang around with those creatures. You mustn't forget who you are.
No, it's you who mustn't forget who I am. Please leave my friends alone, all right?
Have you been here long? Master Bodiak lives here. Have you seen him come by?
Yes, he went into the house earlier, but he hasn't come out again.
Good, thanks. I have to get into that house somehow. Can you fly through the window for me and look for a way in?
Do I have to?
It would help us both.
All right.
By the... Master Bodiak? Looks like he wanted to put something in the drawer, or take something out. But as long as he's got his hand in there, I can't see what. Uh-oh. I wonder whether the staff is really responsible for this. I poured a little honey into the mold.
Ah, my friend. How's the gemstone business?
I had some trouble with a customer and I had to give it up.
I'm sorry to hear that. I see you've been visiting my favorite master. I'll be going in to see him soon. My examination's right round the corner, and I have to be sure that there won't be any funny business. Can I do anything for you?
I don't think the master will be receiving you today.
You seem to be very sure of that.
Yeah, listen.
Curses. I need a new plan.
You aren't exactly the compassionate type, are you?
No. What do I do now?
When you go back to the school, please send Bryder here.
All in good time. I'll have to think things over now.
What happened to Bryder? She was cleaning latrines this morning.
Yes, apparently she tried to catch the Tillamede all on her own yesterday, and returned to the dormitory after curfew. The fact that she only had to clean latrines is a sign of the status she enjoys in the school. I think they want to make her the new headmaster someday. Well, headmistress, I suppose.
I might need to ask another favor of you.
My services are still at your disposal. The cucumber you gave me was very fruitful.
See you later.
Farewell, my friend.
I have to ask you for another favor. Can you harden this honey into a key?
I like your ingenuity. Give it here. Harden what's soft and stem the flow.
Thanks. I'm carefully scratching off the wax. By fix, it actually worked. A huge fortress on a mountain. Is that what Draconia looks like? I'll take a closer look at this. A secret compartment. A petrified rat and drawings of the mask. Just like Ulrich. I'll scrape the dust into the container with the knife's edge. My hand's too big, I can't reach in. If only I could lift that glowing thing out of there. I poured the dust into the crack. Ha! A ruby. It's cracked. Ah, my head. There's somebody in the next room. Not again.
Just this wall now. Then we'll be in Draconia. Help me. I can't get up there alone.
Free my hands.
If I do that, you'll kill me immediately.
Correct.
Oh, how he hates you, Shahrazad.
Understandably. Who likes being a slave? All he has to do is lift me over this, and we'll be there.
The mask?
Have you thought of something?
Yes. Since we've been here, I am able to remember more and more. Tell me, on the inside of the mask, do you see any letters? Ah, I was right. Padan, Faskadan, Esplast Quatan, Humirelor Gras Ferel Goran, Hul Bemutir, Gerul Felan, Juntir Quatan Veluntir Sodan.
What language is that?
A very, very old one. Malakar transliterated it syllable for syllable in the ancient Ptolemede lettering. and had it etched over the old lettering. Place the mask on your prisoner and recite the incantation. Then he'll fulfill your every desire.
What will happen when I speak the incantation?
I don't remember exactly, but I know that it'll make him your servant. Even with his hands free, he'll do whatever you ask of him.
I can't memorize the spell. It's too difficult.
Let me try. When the time comes, I'll tell you the words, and you can repeat them after me.
How did you turn his hands to stone?
With this spell. You can try it on the flower up there. And now, change it back. I was right!
How much can this spell do?
For the moment, my strength is only enough for plants and small animals. There was a time when I probably could have petrified an entire person, but the years must have weakened me.
How is it that you remember that now?
I don't know that. I think it's these mountains. It's as if I've been here before. I carried Malakar's mask with me, and I was looking for a garden? That is all I remember.
If I succeed in placing the mask on Rahwan, perhaps we'll soon find out more. I'm almost there. Just one more rock wall.
Make a fire. I'm cold. Dur, Asasha.
I've got you now.
Repeat after me. Vdan vaskadan esplastaquatan.
Fadan faskadan es plas de quatan.
Humirilo gras ferel goran.
Humorilo gras ferel goran.
Hul bemutir kerul felan.
Hul bimutir gerul felan.
You've almost got it. One more verse. Juntir quatan felontir sodan.
Juntia quatan felontir sodan.
Remove the mask from him.
Hey, what's wrong with you? Can you hear me?
Who are you? Who am I?
What's wrong with him?
He has lost his memory.
Forever?
Yes, but is that not what you wanted? He no longer hates you. He will help you now.
There's nothing left of him. Without memories, he's just an empty husk. Not even he deserves such a fate.
But Princess,
Shut up. You've helped me, but this goes too far. As soon as I'm in Draconia, I'll throw you away.
How ungrateful you are, Princess. It'll be a pleasure to finally be rid of you. Did I fall asleep again?
Thank you for the ruby, Gorian.
Who said that? By the 12.
Calm yourself, Gorian. I'm not here to hurt you.
Who are you?
The mask made the Fakina dull and empty. The princess loosened his bond and let him lift her over the last hurdle, and finally stood before the gates of Draconia.
What's going on here?
Do you want to solve the riddle, Gorian? Do you want to help Nuri?
Yes, but...
Then prove to me that you aren't stupid.
Hail, traveler.
Prios, save me.
Draconia's gate is guarded by 6 elemental beings. 6 beings with 6 riddles, which Sadja had to solve.
Brothers and sisters are we, to each his element. Tell us who we are, and you too shall be known to us.
You heard them. Tell the grotesque faces which element belongs to each of them, just as Sadja once did. And the path to Draconia will also be open to you.
Keep me far from my sister in the middle. First she steals my form, and then my substance. Who am I?
You are ice.
Keep me fed, or I will vanish away. Keep me in check, or I will harm you. Who am I?
You are fire.
Of all my siblings, I was the last to come into being. I give life to all, yet as I give, I also take back. Who am I?
You are earth.
I know the world like no other. One can reach through me, and yet I hide the greatest secrets. Who am I?
You are water.
Like my sister, I am sometimes hot, sometimes cold, and always in motion. But unlike her, I am always the same. Who am I?
You are air.
I am the sister with the greatest patience. I shape my treasures for eons and bear the face of the world. Who am I?
You are ore.
It is done. The gate to Draconia is now open to you.
I don't see anything.
Step closer.
Huh? Is he also petrified? He's holding something in his hand. A book.
Gorian, are you here?
Brider.
Ah, you're still here. Is Ulrich upstairs?
No, he's lying back there on the floor. The heap of dust.
You can't be serious.
Maybe you should sit down. I have to show you something.
Oh, interesting. It's a diary written by an air elementalist who lived in Draconia during Sadja's times. Here, the upcoming battle in the Gorian desert, the holy army outside our gates. We were also called upon to play a part in this unparalleled bloodbath.
Do you think the book will give us a clue how to find the way to Draconia?
Oh, Gorian, the book is the way to Draconia, just as any book could be a gate. Oh, this looks like a good passage. Boron 19th, 590 after Bosporan's fall. I was on my way to the laboratories of the Auradepts when Admiral Wahim caught me by surprise in the main corridor.
Your attitude is unacceptable, Xerxes. In 3 days, the demon hordes will fall upon Aventuria. If my army is destroyed, then it'll be your ignorance which brought us down.
Oh, Admiral, I know, but you exaggerate. We're simple elementalists. We've withdrawn to these halls because the concerns of the world weary us. We're not warriors.
You command the elements. You could set whirlwinds upon the enemy hordes with your spirits, or an infernal firestorm. Keshalri itself attests to your power.
Floating stones are one thing. War is another. You'll have to fight your little skirmish alone.
I repeated my words of the day before, emphasized that we didn't see a threat to the balance of the spheres, and even permitted myself a small, sophisticated pun on the military zeal of our times, which, to my disappointment, went over his head. And then the spirits at the gate suddenly opened the portal.
Are you expecting someone?
No.
Welcome to the Council of the Elements. How, can I help you?
Is this Draconia?
Yes, the Council of the Elements in Draconia. You require the services of an elementalist?
My name is Sadja. I come from Fasar.
Fasar?
A long way. Did you come the whole way on foot?
Yes. I'm here to join the Holy Army. I want to fight in the Gore.
I'm afraid I have nothing to do with that.
Let me know if you learn any more about him.
What can you do? Can you fight? Use magic?
I'm looking for a prince. I'm supposed to give him this mask.
Xerxes, take her to the prince.
But I'd rather...
At once.
If you'd follow me... I must admit we are a bit, how shall I put it, surprised by your arrival. Not many people stray here. To be honest, it's also a blessing for me. The Admiral is beginning to get on my nerves. Did you know that Draconia was built by dragons? All the wonders of this world in one place. And behind every passageway lies a new surprise. And that man wants us to drop everything and fight in his ridiculous little war. Can you imagine it? May I ask what's so special about this mask?
It once belonged to a powerful Mogul mage.
Ah, the Moguls. Unpleasant fellows. Fortunately, they are from another age than ours. Ah, time. Isn't time an astonishing thing? At first glance, everything in Draconia seems so gigantic, and we seem so small. But that is nothing in comparison to the monumental size of the time which slumbers in these halls. According to our understanding, this is the oldest structure in Aventuria, almost as old as time itself. I hope you have healthy lungs. This stairway is horrible. And here's another ancient wonder that leaves us absolutely awestruck. A star system, but fascinatingly not our own. Who built it? And why? Does it show the past? Or a distant future? I propose that it shows both. And another staircase. Ah, the zucchini. I love zucchini.
Why is Draconia so empty? I thought you were about to go to war. Where's the army?
Wrong. We, that is the Council, have decided to stay out of this war. We're being pressured to change our minds, but as long as the balance of the spheres isn't disturbed, we see no reason to do so.
Blast it. Does that mean there's no army here?
Yes, there is. Over there. The Flying Fortress Keshalri. A masterpiece of elemental air magic. Do you have any more questions before I take you to the prince?
Who is the prince?
The fortress is carried by hundreds upon hundreds of air spirits, bound in special crystals, so-called floating stones. The prince is a master of domination magic. He ensures that the spirits remain in the stones and do what is asked of them.
But why a prince?
As Admiral Vahim always puts it so nicely, in times like these, one takes what one can get.
The Holy Army is in the fortress?
Yes, an entire army of clerics. A second army is currently marching from Zorgan to Gor. In 3 days, the two forces will meet right before the plateau and enter the battle together. All that effort just to die. Tragic.
What's wrong with your legs?
I was born with very weak legs. So weak that they didn't grow with the rest of my body. Since then, an air spirit has carried me through life.
Take me to the fortress. I must see this prince.
And once again, you draw hasty, false conclusions. The prince is no longer in the fortress, but rather here, in this hole. Take my hand. Right, there we are. I lured you into a pretty trap, eh? Yes, the prince is a prisoner, and yes, you played into his hands. Do you have anything to say in your defense?
What did he do?
He tampered with the floating stones of the Flying Fortress. He is evil, and thus we've taken him prisoner. You don't know anything about this?
This room is a prison?
Draconia has no dungeon, so we had to do a bit of thinking. We're directly above the sphere's observatory here. The magic of the observatory keeps the matrix of this room stable, which makes it impossible to do magic here. You understand the principle?
No.
Well, it's really quite simple.
What does the prince want with the mask?
Who knows? I didn't even know until now that such an artifact existed.
Let me go. I brought the mask here under a misunderstanding. I'm innocent.
I know. On the way up here, I cast a few spells on you. I know that you mean no evil.
Well, then?
Before I let you go, give me the mask, your staff, and the dagger. It can be no other way.